Today on My Left Frying Pan, I'm going to be saluting my very favorite organ. My heart. Of course it's my heart. And one way to keep your heart healthy is to eat nuts. I've got a sweet and spicy walnut recipe that's going to keep your heart and your brain healthy. February is the official Heart Healthy Month, but come on, every month should be the official Heart Healthy Month. You got one heart, you got to take care of it. People, you got to have heart, miles and miles and miles of heart. There are so many heart-healthy foods that I talk about in My Left Frying Pan, but today we're going to specifically salute the wonderful world of walnuts. Look at those lovely little nuts here. Okay, now, why walnuts? Well, all nuts are good for you, but walnuts have omega-3 fatty acids in them, and that's the heart-healthy fat. And I know some of you are going into a coma because I'm talking about nutrition, but one more thing before the recipe, and this is really important. Size matters. How many times have I told you guys this? Size matters. Okay, this is a serving of walnuts. Okay, now my idea is to keep a sack of nuts in your purse so that, if you're hungry, you've got a quick snack. And guys, you could get, you don't have a purse, you could get your sack of nuts out of your wife's purse, and then you could have a snack too. So we're going to start the recipe. First things first, you're going to line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper. If it's not rimmed, your nuts are going to be all over the oven, and that's a bad thing. So line that with parchment paper. Then you're going to preheat the oven. Make sure the rack's in the middle of the oven, and then preheat it to 350 degrees. All right, the ingredients. Pure maple syrup. I repeat, pure maple syrup. Don't be using pancake syrup. It'll be yuckorama, okay? Don't be changing my recipe. I'll find you. I'll come to your house. We'll have a chat. Okay, the next ingredient is cumin, and then coriander, paprika, cracked pepper, cinnamon, and cayenne. And you really need this sort of flavor combination to get the sweet and the spicy thing going. These nuts are fantastic. And then you need 4 cups of walnuts. Now, I use local nuts here if I can find them in Ontario. If not, I use California walnuts because I find that they're not bitter. All right, we're going to whisk this all together, and then we're going to fold in the nuts and stick it on the sheet. So the only trick in this recipe is that you want to try to make sure that all of that maple syrup and spices are coating all of the walnuts. So you might have to mix it longer than you think, but when it's all coated, then you're going to tip it onto your pan, and then you need to spread it out really well. So if it's not spread out, it's going to cook in like a big lump. So hang on to the parchment paper and then sort of sprinkle them around with your spatula and try to get them so that they're all lying in one single layer, so they're all going to kind of crunch up. Woo! This is going to be yum. And into the oven for 7 to 8 minutes. So they've been in the oven about 7.5 minutes, and now we're going to roll our nuts. And the way that you can do that is just sort of get the parchment paper and roll it like that, and then space them out again. And that's kind of the way you can turn them. And then we're going to put them back in the oven for another 7 to 8 minutes until they're crunchy. Oh, they're starting to smell fantastic. I love nuts. So when they come out of the oven the second time, they should be lovely golden brown. Let them cool until they're completely cool. Mine are completely cool. And then here's a little trick. Hopefully it'll work. We're going to put it into glass jars, and they'll last for about 3 weeks in a glass jar, like as if they're going to actually last that long because you're going to want to eat them. But here we go. Oh my gosh. We're going to put them in another jar too. Anyway, so until next week, remember, always keep your nutsack in your purse for a snack. And don't forget to subscribe over here. Just click on my face. And over here, there's a kid-friendly recipe we did last week. So remember, love your nuts, love your heart, peace, love, and fiber. Of course.